What's up, guys? Well, don't worry about it. But I'm going to go ahead and express how I feel about this match. And forgive me, I have a little cold, so I might be coughing a little bit. But I do want to express something off my chest. um, Last night, man, we watched Bad Blood, okay? Anybody that watched the pay per view, you know what happened. So, this is one thing that I really have an issue with. And the main issue I have is the Judgment Day. Everybody's acting like this is the group of the centuries. I look at this group like they're a terrorist group. I don't look at them as human. I don't look at them as victims. I look at them as suspects that need to be locked up and thrown away in jail. And the reason how I feel about that is because of how much damage they have done on Raw. I sometimes it brings me back to the days where I used to watch TNA, and it reminds me of the Ace in Space. You remember that? You remember when Bubba Ray and Devon had their own group, and they had outlaws in the group, and then they tried to take over TNA. They even had Brooke Adams in the group. Now, at that time, we can tolerate it because we knew it was going to come to an end. But now, I don't know when this is going to end. The Judgment Day is building numbers each day, while the terrorist twins are not able to. They can't have no members. They haven't even got any members. The only way they could probably get some members is if Triple H tried to work some things out with AEW to where he could probably get her husband or some of his friends. Because at this point, the Terror Twins, they're in trouble. They can't get no members. Jay can't come around all the time. And now that they added another member, and another member is Raquel Rodriguez, because last night Reba had a match against Liv for the Women's Championship. And when she was attacking Dom, out of nowhere, Raquel came to attack Reba. And next thing you know, Liv won the match again. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm happy that Liv won the match. But what I'm not happy is the fact that she can't win without somebody by herself. I'm sorry. She can't win without somebody by her side. And what's sad about this is the fact that they're making it seem like Liv can't compete against Reba unless there's some type of assistance. Which I get it. Every superstar has their moment where they have somebody by their side to help them. But the problem with Liv is this. She can't beat Reba. It's just facts. Everybody that tried to beat Reba, they come to realization that she's powerful, she's strong. Everyone should know that she's like the emo version of China. God rest her soul. And I think that Raquel coming back was a mistake because it was bad timing. Wrong place, wrong time. I felt like she could have came back at the Royal Rumble because if you think about it, Alexa Bliss ain't coming back until the Royal Rumble. So I'm just wondering, where is there going to be a point in time where it's going to be Raquel versus Liv versus Reba? Because at some point, she can't be, um, at this point, she can't be just by her side. She also has to be the number one contender. Because if she's going to be heel, she might as well win the championship, in my opinion. Maybe it might take some time to build up, but not like this. Raquel should not be joining the Judgment Day. She should just wait until the Royal Rumble to get a match, and with whether it's Liv or Reba for the title, so that way she could become champ. Because you got to think about it. This woman has some type of disease that could be deadly or could just be something that she has to live with for the rest of her life, like sickle cell. And she has a daughter. And the fact that she's not able to achieve nothing but the tag team championships don't mean nothing to us. I don't want to see Raquel with Liv and Dom. I'd rather see Raquel with Liv so that way she can be on that. If you can't beat them, join them. But it's like, how can that be when she beat Liv before? Raquel and Reba are like the same. It's just Reba is just much stronger and more athletic. Versus with Raquel, she can only do so much. But the problem is she keep losing when she was babyface. Now that she's healed, she might win some matches, but what cause? And I think what really bothers me about this is just the fact that now they have you have Liv and you have Dom and you have Raquel. That is a problem. It should be Liv and Raquel at this point. It shouldn't be no Dom. Dom should just go his own way, and Liv should just focus on what? Keeping her title with Raquel. That should be the recommendation, and that's what it should be right now. I don't know what's gonna happen on Monday Night Raw, but I'm not looking forward to it. Because think about it. The Judgment Day are adding more members while the Terror Twins are not having none. They got nobody. Because everybody they could have worked with, they pushed them away, they attacked them, they put scars on them. Now, I will say this, if Edge come back, that's cool, along with his wife, that would be fine, except what do we not miss? Y'all attack Edge when you had Finn Balor in the group. And not only that, you hit Beth Phoenix with a chair. You remember that, Reba? That was hard to watch. I did not want to see. I don't wish that on no woman, and I don't wish that on no man. At least with men, and this is why I bring up double standards. At least with men we could tolerate it. But with women, it's like when a woman gets hit with a chair, it's like a child getting hit with a chair. It's just not something we can condone. And I feel like Raquel is making a dangerous decision by signing up. But then again, as long as Liv have connects, Reba ain't got a chance in hell to get that title back. I don't think anyone in the back will. But you know what that means, right? There's no competition. No one can face Liv for the title because of Raquel and Dom. And that's why I think people should just watch NXT and SmackDown because there's competition. Versus in Raw, there's no competition. Nobody wants to see Giefer versus Gilbert. Sorry if I got his name wrong. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see it. But we do want to see Jey Uso defend his Intercontinental Championship. That's good. We want to see that. But what else are we going to see? Because right now, all I see is Judgment Day. All I see is Finn Balor, JD, Carlito, Liv, Dom, and now Raquel. I don't know what the Terror Twins are going to do, but I will say this. They better come up with a plan soon, because if they don't, maybe it's best if they just take some time off, take a long weekend, and realize and think, who can they bring back? Because you can't just be two of y'all. At this point, it's only like, what? They started off like as 5, I believe. Now it's 6. I don't know what Dame and Rev are gonna do. They can't bring back Edge. She can't bring her husband. Whatever they can do, to make this right, I hope they do it soon. Because I can't stand to see the Judgment Day build numbers. And I feel like they're going to build more and more. And that's a dangerous sight. Because because at some point they're going to expand to the point where they might go to NXT and ruin stuff. They might go to SmackDown and ruin stuff to the point where there's no competition. And I don't know what Triple H is trying to do with this, but I would rather for him to put a deadline to the Judgment Day. But I feel like the only way the Judgment Day can end is if egos get involved. If there's ego, somebody's going to betray the group. And my prediction is the leader of the group, and that's Finn Balor. Can you imagine if Dom win a championship? Whether it's the Intercontinental, whether it's the World Heavyweight Championship, he wins that, and Finn Balor sent JD and Carlito to beat up Dom. And then Liv watch and realize that this is all about Finn Balor. This is not about the group. This is about him. Now, if that happens, what can Liv do? What can Raquel do? Well, honestly, I would rather for those two to separate themselves from Dom and not join the group no more and go their own way. That's what I would hope. And then hopefully down the road that Raquel can get the hands of that title. That's what I hope for. So that way it will make sense, right? For everybody that's on Twitter that's promoting the Liv Dom tour, listen, man, I get it, y'all fans. But I remember the time when y'all just used to promote Liv. Now you're promoting him. But what I don't understand is, if you guys like him that much, why you don't show him love when he's out in the crowd trying to speak? The man can't even say a sentence. He only can say one or two words and that's it. And you guys show him love on Twitter, but you never show love to him outside. And that makes no sense to me. And I really hope that Liv separate herself from Dom. And I hope that, and if the rumors are true, I will hope that Dom will separate himself from Liv. But we won't know until down the road. We got a long way to go, guys. And I'm not looking forward to it. But however, I am a fan of WWE and I'm willing to wait and be patient on it. But it's hard to be patient when you're seeing the struggle of Terra Twins and everybody else is so hyped to promote the Liv and Dom couple, but this is not a real couple. If this was Edge and Lita, yeah, but this ain't Edge and Lita. They had a real, actual relationship behind the scenes. And that's what made it interesting, because of Matt Hardy and Lita. Now, there is no Matt Hardy. You can't compare Reba to Matt Hardy. But at this point, why can't we? She's a married woman. Dom is a married man. Liv and Raquel are single. Well, Raquel's a single mother, but it doesn't matter. Dom can't have every chick in the world when he has a woman at home that he's been with for 14 years. And I would have, if this was a real, actual relationship, maybe. But I'm not entertained. Whether it's real or not, I'm not entertained. I think Dom is only with her because Liv helped. I think Dom is with her because he thinks that Liv is going to help him win a championship, help him build his career. But I feel like Liv is with him because he helped her win the title against Becky Lynch. And now he's going to help her win more titles until Liv gets big-headed to the point where she doesn't want Dom no more. because she got Raquel. Can you imagine that? I mean, it's like the damage control, right? Once everybody went Asian, Bayley got kicked out of the group. And now damage control is down to 2 members because the other 2 are injured. While Bayley is doing her own thing. That's what it should be, right? That's what it should be. It should just be a group that makes sense and one goes solo to find their own way. And that's what I think should happen. Dom should go his own way and Liv and Raquel work together to keep Liv as champ. Now, as for Carlito and JD, I think JD is going to ride with Finn Balor no matter what. Carlito, he might leave, but I don't know. I mean, he does have a little shoulder injury, but it's not that serious. Only thing I can hope for is that Carlito leaves and Liv leaves Dom, and that to the point where it just be Finn Balor and JD. And then Liv and Raquel do their own thing. But where will Carlito go? Only thing I hope for Dom is that he tries to find a way to earn people's respect. I think if he wins a title by himself with no help, at that point, the people will let him talk because he earned the people's respect. And until that happens, we have to be patient. But in my personal opinion, I want this to stop. Every day, every time I go on the comment section, I always say, when does this stop? Someone said, this is just the beginning. Okay, well, I'm not going to accept that. But I hope one day Dom and Liv will separate. That way there will be no more Dom and Liv. And hopefully this movement of Liv and Dom will end. I don't care what the crowd say. This is not entertaining to see a married man with a single woman. It's not entertaining at all. And stop comparing them to Angelina because they're not Angelina. Angelina had a real actual relationship versus with Liv and Dom. It's not like that because if you think about it, Dom goes back to his wife, Liv go home by herself. And that's just what it is. So, we'll see, man. But what do you guys think? How long do you think this is going to last? Because I don't think this is going to last because at some point, someone in the group is going to get big-headed. Whether it's Finn Balor or Liv. Because believe it or not, they're the co-stars right now. And at some point, someone's going to get big-headed to the point where someone leaves, someone gets kicked out, and that's what we're hoping for at this moment. And I hope Carlito don't get injured, you know. But if he do, at least we're down to 5 members again. Except we got 2 women and we got 3 guys. But that's still not enough for Dane and Reba to take out. We'll see what happens Monday, y'all. But all I can say is this, man. If you're a fan of the Judgment Day, you guys really don't know what's going on. Because I got so many opinions, so many predictions, and I just really feel like this group should go down and out. I do feel like the members should decrease, and I do think it should just be one divided group, right? Whether it's Finn Balor and JD or Liv and Raquel. The rest I don't know. But I hope Dom goes solo so that way he can become champ himself. So that way people can see that he's more than just a son of Rey Mysterio. Also, he is now build a reputation and a career where he can finally be the next big thing. But that's down the road. And the only way he could do that is if he separate himself from Liv or the Judgment Day. And I hope Liv leaves the Judgment Day as well. Because if she leaves, Raquel leaves as well. That's what I hope for in all this. So you guys get on the comment section. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you share, share your opinions down below and see what y'all think. I would love to have a discussion about it. But like I said, at some point this has to stop. I don't know when, but I hope soon. I'm not going to say my name right now, but if I continue to do more videos, I'll see. But until next time, I'm out.